Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 8. We're finally going to get a Dante backstory. This is exactly what everybody wanted. It is not a spoiler. It is in the opening minutes, so it will be out there. So, yes, I am going to talk about it. If you're like completely anti-spoiler opening minutes, get out. But this is not a spoiler stream because it is floating around. I want to give a special shout out to the Patreon Army. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. I know many, our audience has been split with the AMC premiere and the spoilers and all the stuff out there, but we are going to try to give fair warning. We're going to talk about this tonight. I do have just a little bit of information, if you guys can bear with me just for 1 second before we get into tonight's video, because we got a lot of new people watching. We've gotten several questions like, what are you guys going to do after The Walking Dead? We get this question every year, and we found a way to throw a few more streams together in addition to The Walking Dead. So we just want you guys to know, Mondays, once we get through a little bit of a break, we are going to have something brand new we've never tried before. It's called Mashup Mondays. Going to be a little bit of trivia, a little bit of gaming, could be some singing. I don't know what all is going to go on. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. Tuesday night, we're going to do random things. Wednesday night is going to be What If. They're going to be Walking Dead scenarios. Might take Thursday off. I've been rumored to take some Thursday offs from time to time. Friday would be Freestyle Friday with Play Dead Live. Saturday, we're just going to have a little coffee and talk a little bit of Walking Dead, Coffee with Kills. And, of course, we will continue the Walking Dead news, spoilers, bold predictions, all of that stuff. So don't think that the Walking Dead season is over, that we don't have stuff to do, because this is an army. This is a family, and we hang out. We do a lot of good stuff. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys all throughout the off season, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Here we go, everybody. Let's talk about the Dante backstory. If you guys have not caught the opening minutes, check it out. It does seem a little bit pieced together. That, look, it's not a full-fledged backstory. It's about 3 minutes of this is how he got there, this is what he did, this is what we're doing going forward. So we do get to see the creepy Alpha Dante. She answers a couple of the questions right there. She says to him, although I'm not going to do it in the Alpha voice, but yeah, she does say, you haven't been with us for very long. She is trusting and testing him all at the same time. So you haven't been with us very long, but you did a very good job in the barn. So he held his own. That was like a heavy breathing. You must be punished. There it is. But he did a good job in the barn. And it was almost like she was posing for it, looking at him, and he held his eyes open. So he passed the test. And then she gave him step by step, and he had to be very careful. It's funny that the Whispers are always watching. Is anybody here disappointed that the council isn't always watching? The Alexandrians aren't always watching? I mean, this just goes to show you. You don't let the bully, Michonnes said it herself. She said, don't trust the bully. And they have pretty much like, they've left us alone. The Whispers watch every step of the way, but Dante's out there with like a Sucrets can and putting notes in there, putting it in a tree. And nobody from Alexandria sees him doing that. If they would have been watching people, Saddiq might still be alive. Actually, Saddiq would still be alive. Joe Fulford, need to take a week off after the midseason to rest. You're doing a great job for us. Joe, I got to tell you, last week I took a day or two off because you guys know I was under the weather, but I feel good, man. I feel like this midseason finale is going to be great, and I'm getting my second wind. We're getting ready to go into the holidays. I might take a day or two off, but I'm looking forward to getting this Mashup Monday thing going. Now, here's a little bit, the rest of this week. Let me let you guys know. We're doing triple shots. So what is a triple shot? We are doing a stream right now. We're going to talk about Dante's backstory. They're not going to be super long streams, 15, 20 minutes. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to jump over to our other channel, which is the 999 Dead. If you guys don't know where that's at, check out the Facebook fan page or go to the homepage of 999 Gaming. And over in the right corner, you can see 999 Dead. Subscribe to that. Here's why that's important, is because when we get into January, we're going to be doing some Play Dead live streams on the 999 Dead channel. We're going to be utilizing both channels. So I want to get everybody kind of conditioned to sort of go back and forth a little bit. That's going to be at 8 o'clock. And then the big one we always do on Monday night, and usually most nights, is going to be our 9:30 stream. 9:30 is one of our biggest and our boldest because, let's be honest, right now it's 4 o'clock in California. A lot of our viewers are either watch the playback, but some people are still working. 8 o'clock, they'll probably be able to catch that. And then 9:30 is where we got people from all over, everywhere. And we do some of our best work at 9:30. But thank you for that, Joe. Appreciate the super chat. And it's a late dinner. What's dinner? Heart of Nixie. It's like it's on the fly in most cases. So to continue with Dante's backstory, if you guys have not seen it, I got to tell you, he freaking smothered Cheryl to death. I mean, really? That pissed me off. Not only has he poisoned the water, he's smothered Cheryl and killed Cheryl. I mean, think about this. He gave her the water to poison her, and then after she got sick, killed her. Smothered her. Unbelievable. And then Saddiq. So let's throw all the cards on the table. We'll throw all the cards on the table. I believe Dante had PTSD. I believe it. And I believe Alpha played him and pushed his emotions. But he enjoys killing. He looks like he's a little distraught right now, but you don't poison somebody and then kill them if you're not some twisted dude, man. All right, we got Tom Bugzilla Ferreira says, this is more Negan related, but I love how Beta criticized Negan for having a big ego, yet Alpha, who follows, is just as egotistical as Negan. Tom, I don't know. I don't know that I openly disagree with that, but let me say with Alpha, I don't think it's Alpha's ego. I think with Alpha it's different. I think with Alpha, it is a desperation move to survive, one. Secondly, a God complex. And third, a distorted vision of what the world should be and willing to do anything to keep people focused. Now, with Negan, it was ego. Let me put it this way. I think people bowed to Negan and Alpha for two different reasons. Would you guys agree with that comment? And I'll talk about why in a minute. Fluff the Flamethrower says, not only did Dante kill Cheryl, he also burned down her she shed. You know what? Does that deserve the first kills coin of the week? Yes or no? I'm going to leave that up to the green team. If the green team, some comic relief there with Fluff, if the green team votes it, then I'm going to give you the first kills coin of the week. We got to start. Hey, you know what? I just thought of something as well. The members of this channel, it does not carry over to the 999 Dead channel. And I'm not asking you guys to join as members over there. We're just going to have to figure it out with emojis and stuff. So those streams won't have the emojis, but everybody will be same tent. How about that? I'm not getting trapped into saying something on YouTube that could be twisted in a different way. We will all be the same tent. How about that? I got another. All right, Fluff, you certainly earned that. Is Kel here? We got to add that to the ledger. We got another super chat. We got, who we have up next? We got PK. Did seem like Alpha exploited his military experience, like, here's your mission. I was on to Dante from the God comment. You know, PK, and Many of you were. You certainly were untrusting of Dante. I think I fell into a little bit of the comic trap, and the Maggie's not on the show yet. So I know we explored a lot of different Dante theories, right? We talked about, is Dante good? We talked about, did Alpha send Dante? I love the fact that we got that video on the record, because now people are going back watching and say, you guys did talk about that. So we did talk about a bunch of scenarios. But if I'm being completely honest, if I had to lean a little bit more in one direction than the other, I probably would have leaned toward Dante being borderline but not a whisperer. I'm just being honest. I think I probably, even though we talked about all the different ones, he was creepy. He did freak me out a little bit, but I thought that was all just intentional. Like, they're going to make him creepy, just kind of like Negan, and have him be Maggie's significant other. That ain't lasting. Shannon M. The pieces are coming together. Aaron gaining Gamma's trust. Carol revealing Lydia's still alive to Gamma. Gamma will give it all up to Aaron. Shannon, that is a great super chat. And what a great promo for our next stream. So our 8 o'clock stream, I'm not going to go into it here, but it is going to be along the lines of what Shannon just talked about. 8 o'clock on the 999 Dead channel, we're going to talk about whether Gamma is redeemable. And there's a lot that goes into that. That's not just a yes or no question, because there's some moving parts with that. So join us at 8 o'clock, and we are going to talk Lydia, Gamma, Aaron, all of the above. So thanks for that, Shannon. With the Dante, I've thrown out some interesting things, but I still wonder, is there more to Dante's story? Now, they did give us bits and pieces, right? They gave us, all right, you were there. I know you haven't been with us long. Go in and do this. Make them trust you. And then I guess he just wrote Alpha notes of all the things that he did. But even still, if you're in the council, shouldn't you have a probationary period? Let me ask this question. How many of you would just check on any stranger that's running from walkers, take them in your community, and not keep them under house arrest for at least like 90 days or something? At least a while. That's the only reason why I said it's a backstory, but it's more fill in all the holes. Because, earlier in the week we were doing plot holes. So I guess it's not a plot hole, but it's a rather quickly told story. I think that's a nice way of saying it. That's a nice way of not criticizing The Walking Dead. I can say, it just happened fast. And even the fact, right, trust nobody. Even the fact that Alpha said it. But, however, I guess this. If you're evil and somebody puts on a mask and holds somebody's eyes open for you, I guess that kind of earns your trust with them. So on the flip side of that, if you're good, wouldn't it stand to reason that you need to have somebody do something that wins over their trust? And maybe that's where the whole doctor thing came in. So, did Dante do enough to win over the trust of our group? Give me a few bullet points. I know a lot of people say, no, he didn't. Because we just saw him kill Saddiq. But let's think back for a moment here. And let's make our own potential. See, I like that. Boost says we have no idea. I'm going to agree with you to a certain extent. But as we talked about, look, not everything is spelled out for us. Some is open to interpretation. So we don't know what he did, but let's talk about what he could have potentially done. So he is a doctor. He did help Cheryl. He did help Lydia. Rick Fisher, you're supposed to trust a doctor. So I think when you see him kind of walking around with a stethoscope and talking to people, it immediately puts people at ease. Well, you know what? Even if he's not really a doctor, Red Fair, he has some knowledge of the medical field. I mean, I don't think he's somebody who's just faking it. I think he knows enough about it to gain the trust. And look, when it starts going south, it goes south in a hurry. I'm just checking out a couple comments here because I want to get some of your thoughts. And, you know, Saddiq, I think, was limited in what he knew. Enid was limited in what she knew. So, you know, Denise, limited. I mean, they're not all like fully bona fide practicing doctors. You sort of get cast into the role and then people trust you. Hey, you need somebody to open this bottle of aspirin and give it to you. I mean, I get all that. Wilson, Dante has a great bedside manner. He uses a pillow. Well, think of some of the things that he did. And I know Boost and a couple other people said this. Dorothy Martin, Dante is a sheep in wolf's clothing. I got to think about that one for a second. That's like the opposite. I got to let that sink in. So when we first saw Dante, you've got this person who, before you know any of the backstory, puts the audience in an uncomfortable situation. He's making these off-the-wall comments, a little bit weird, very confident, but then he's so extreme that it's almost like, well, nobody would be that arrogant on purpose. So I think that got us to let our guard down a little bit and entertain the fact that he could just be misunderstood. All right, so then he strolls up with a bottle. Now, think about this. He's clean. He's drinking. He's helping people. Those are all anti-whisperer traits. Doesn't mean that Alpha could not have put a plant there. I mean, we know she did. But it's just not her typical style. And if we think that, doesn't it stand to reason that the Alexandrians would trust that as well? Tom Bug Ferreira, that Enid part of the episode was sad. It certainly was. It was sad for a couple reasons, because Saddiq felt like he let Enid down. So the Dante story for us is much, much like it is for the Whispers, for the Alexandrians, which is kind of strange, because most of the time we have that little bit of extra knowledge, like it's either a camera view or an angle or something. But when you find yourself saying, okay, well, look at how clean this guy is. There's no way he's a whisperer. Well, look, this guy's trying to help. There's no way he's a whisperer. one would have to think that Daryl and Saddiq and Rosita and all these people are thinking the same thing. If you're Carol and you go in and you got glass in your arm and this person pulls the glass out, the last thing you're thinking is, that's one of Alpha's men. So I want to kind of push back a little bit to the people that said, we don't know enough. Alpha did this masterfully. She did an amazing job of this. Because it's nothing that we would expect. So my question is, if she's capable of having Dante infiltrate the group, a person she doesn't trust, this might blow your mind a little bit. Is she really using Gamma in the same way she's using Dante? I want your answers to this, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that. Because I think Alpha is brilliant. Some people are saying, of course she is. See, I don't think she is. I think she knows she can't trust Gamma. I think she knows when she's saying stuff like, I believe in you. You're my Gamma. Think about that for a second. We got B Mama B super chatting it up with a super sticker. Thank you so much, B Mama B. I love the super chat stickers. So what a great introduction. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, and you being here and your support from other countries. Absolutely, our audience is continues to grow. So thank you so much. Also, we got Bamber Kitty. I think Dante's a psychopath. He plays the role of good doctor. Psychopaths are notorious chameleons. Dante, I agree 100%. He's a psychopath. The fact that he poisons his victim and then kills his victim probably left her out there long enough for Saddiq to see her, to get a little bit more shock. And then Dante walks up and does what? He starts asking Saddiq about the water, like, I got to do my weight pulling the water. You probably just wanted to see if Saddiq's going to turn around and say, hey, you know what happened? I noticed something weird about the water. He was just all, kind of putting feelers out there. So, hey, thank you guys. I appreciate those super chats, and I appreciate you guys dropping in and getting your comments on this. But let me tell you what I mean by Gamma. Because these are the sneaky things that Alpha's done. Unleash the Horde, lie about the Horde. Get people to come to the border and not kill them. Take their land away. Let a few of these really hit home. Plant a mole. Cut down a tree and kill a few people. But with Gamma, does Alpha really want any information that Gamma is gathering? I asked this question the other night because I said, if it's almost like the opposite approach. So if Alpha's getting information from Gamma, why did she need Dante? Well, she was getting information from Dante, so why does she need Gamma? She's putting Gamma out there, I think, to watch Gamma fail. Because Gamma can intentionally give them information, and if Alpha knows the true information that she's giving up, she can change the strategy. Alpha's putting Gamma out there not just for them to trust her. Gamma is like the worst possible pawn you will ever find. She's a dead woman walking. Alpha doesn't want anything to do with her. Alpha doesn't care about her. She's not her Gamma. Get out there and just spread some information, and then when you get everybody to trust you, we're going to change the information on you. Because does a person tell a more believable truth that's lying for someone else, or if they actually believe it to be true? Think about that. Leave your answer down below. We got Jim09. Alpha's using Gamma, I think, because if Gamma's really talking to Aaron, she could easily find out Liddy's alive, and she's disposable to Alpha. Absolutely. Absolutely. Great super chat. Great comment. And I think that ties in exactly why we got to remember they're always watching. So if she sells it to Gamma and Gamma sells it to other people, there's that network between Aaron and Gamma, and then she changes the role. Now, does Dante become a casualty of war or a trading piece for Daryl and Cheryl? Now, the first thing you might be asking, who do they have to trade? See, I feel like Dante is going to be leverage. I think they finally have a little bit of leverage. Now, Alpha may not care about him. Probably doesn't. That's what's going to be real tricky about it. Does she even want to trade one of her people? You know what Alpha's going to think? Tom Bug Ferreira says, do you think Negan will kill Alpha? I do. See, exactly. Gina Crockett, we're right in tune tonight, right, Gina? This is sadness like times two. And I know nobody here feels sorry for Dante. I don't expect you to. But Dante did all this stuff thinking he's got a seat at the table. This is like some Game of Thrones stuff. Does this remind you like of some sneaky behind-the-scenes Game of Thrones stuff? He thinks he's got a seat at the table. And Alpha, kind of, you pass the test. You've only been here a little bit of time. Do this, do that, do that. He's done it all. And now she doesn't care. Cares nothing for Dante. No vested interest. Ryan Gordon, why did Dante bring up the water to Saddiq? Wasn't the only person Saddiq told was Rosita. See, Ryan, here's the thing. That's why I said he was feeling Saddiq out. So what he said was, I have to start carrying my weight with the water. I haven't done that since Eugene's been gone. So Saddiq has been the one giving them all the water. And Dante was basically talking about water to see what Saddiq knew. And if there was a problem with the water, it served a dual purpose because he wanted Saddiq to know, like, hey, I haven't been giving anybody any water. So it was one, to find out what he knew, and number two, plausible deniability. It's kind of like that song, Wasn't Me, Shaggy, and yeah. You know the song. So he's just denying it right until the end. And truth be told, he probably wasn't sitting there with a canister giving everybody a lot of water. But I thought that was very, very well done. Loved the writing. This is why I said to you guys, and we're going to talk about this in our complete recap tonight, I thought the writing was absolutely incredible. I got a couple more super chats to get to. I got Shannon M. What's going on, my man? Shannon, Dante should meet Lucille, but he will be bait now. Well, Shannon, I don't know how I feel about this. But who's Michonnes pointing the bat at? I mean, it might not be Negan at this point. We don't know that Negan and Michonnes are going to cross paths. So is it possible she's pointing the bat to try to get some information? Is she ready to use it? I know I thought the same thing. I thought she'd be pointing the bat at Negan. Maybe she hands it to him. But then that means we're going to have to see a reunion of Negan and Michonnes, which it's not impossible. Tom Bug Ferreira. I have a feeling Gamma may die fighting Alpha. Tom, save that thought for our 8 o'clock stream over on our 999 Dead channel. We are going to talk about Gamma, Alpha, Lydia, and a few more pieces. But I don't want to give everything away we're going to talk about over on our other channel. If you guys don't know how to find that channel, go to the main 999 Gaming page, look over on the right under featured channels, and you'll see 999 Dead. We actually have the stream already posted, so once this is over, we're going to jump over there, jump into chat. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ryan Gordon, follow-up question, says, I think Dante will want to kill Saddiq. Oh, I think Dante didn't want to kill Saddiq. I think Dante wanted the crew to beat Alpha so he could stay and keep coming around when Saddiq went crazy. Ryan, I love the boldness of this super chat. I'm not going to lie to you. It goes along the lines of some of the other super chats. I don't think Dante is going to get much sympathy at all right now. As the Saddiq funeral happens and more of the details come out and Alpha's master plan and Dante realizes that Alpha doesn't care for him, he's not redeemable. There's no chance he's redeemable. Is he a little bit more able to be understood? Possibly, but not right now because this just happened last night. I do think it ties into the writing was brilliant. And Tammy Heitzman says Dante gets zero empathy, zip. I get it. Well, Julia, see, that's why. Even psychopaths can be remorseful. They're really trying to push the show to a point where it's not good, bad, black, white, A, B. They're really trying to put you in these scrupulous situations. And that's why I think you're going to get people that are, Dante needs to die. No doubt about it. Then you're going to get people that say they're going to look into it. And I'm not saying they're sympathizers. But the fact of the matter is, there could be more to Dante's story. As twisted and as crazy as he is, does it make it right? No, it doesn't. But it's a very complicated situation. If there was any leverage over Dante, I'm gonna ask you guys this question. Hold on, I'm gonna make it gray for everybody here. Ryan Gordon says, "What if Dante released Negan to defeat Alpha?" That's a bold thought. I like it, Ryan. So I don't think the story is going to go in this direction. But let me ask you this question, okay? If you guys don't believe it's gray area, if Dante had, I don't know, let's say he had a 5-year-old daughter. And that 5-year-old daughter is held captive by some of Alpha's goons. And this was the path she laid out for him. So I'm going to ask you guys this question. If you were Dante and you had a child and Alpha gave you an ultimatum, what would you do to save your family? Leave it in chat right now. And this is why I said this story still has the ability to get more gray, but I don't think I think it is I think it's going to go along the lines of Dante does not have a leg to stand on. So, look, and I see you guys saying anything. So I certainly am not asking you to forgive Dante. I'm just saying there are elements to this story that could make it more interesting. Not just the backstory. The backstory fills the plot holes. But if we find out more, let's reserve judgment just for a little bit and let's enjoy the drama and the mystery and what all happened. Now, I'll tell you why I don't think it's going to go down that path. Because right after Dante killed Saddiq, he immediately moved over to Rosita. Hola, ¿cómo está? Lo siento. Sorry you're feeling bad. I mean, he's just like normal chat, and Saddiq's just in the other room. We got a stream coming up to talk about that as well. I'm not going to get too much into it, but we are going to talk a little bit about the Saddiq situation. Rosita was not buying it. Absolutely. She knows something's up, and I can't wait. So even though like in one side of the stream I'm saying, yeah, there's some potential backstory that might ease the blow a little bit, I'm also not naive. I think the writers are going to push this Dante villain arc and get you wanting him tortured. I think that every time Daryl punches him, it's going to be like a sweet sigh of relief that we're going to feel a little bit of validation from Saddiq. Christmas Girl. Are Beta and other Whispers aware of Dante? That is a great question. I don't have an answer for that. I mean, one would assume Beta could be. Christmas Girl, I'm going to have to give that a little bit extended thought. At this point, it could go either way. And right now, I'd say, if you think that Alpha, because Alpha's already lied. Because she's lied, I don't know. She's lied to Beta about Lydia. Can he trust her? That's a great, you just kind of blew my mind. All right. We'll touch on that after I've had a chance to sort of look at some of the other details. I think I'm going to have to go back and watch a little bit. Ryan Gordon, do you think Dante's clicks happen when he's nervous? Maybe it's an expression of empathy, maybe flashbacks of his past reveal it. It certainly is a nervous tick that was put there. Once again, I think, Ryan, multiple reasons for that. One, the obvious is we had to have a way for it to hit, and I don't think it's like a torturous, watch this. And I'm going to make you always remember that. I think it's a very subconscious type of behavior. But the obvious thing is that it's what cues Saddiq, and for our audience and for Saddiq, it has to happen. Now, could it also be excitement, enthusiasm? Possibly. Dorothy Martin, writing this season has been amazing. Love it. Dorothy, I will second that and say the writing, the events, the short-term story, the long-term story, the answers to the question have all been phenomenal. So great thoughts and comments. And here's the other thing with our group specifically. The writing has created such good funnels and such good follow-up and future conversations. We've just been on fire. Tons of good stuff to talk about. And hey, this was initially going to be a 15 or 20 minute video. This way, wow, we just like kind of lose track of time because you guys just have some amazing interaction and engagement. I'm going to ask you guys, hey, if you got time, grab something to eat. Come back and see us at 8 o'clock. We're going to be over on the 999 Dead channel. Hope to see all of you over there. We got some Lydia and some Gamma chat that is going to be going on there. And then we will be back here at 9:30. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Real quick shout out, Patreon Army, PDL sponsors, super chatters, ton of super chats tonight. Thank you. Appreciate your comments, your questions. I am going to go a little bit further into some of your questions. I've written a couple of them down. Some really good thoughts, I think, for the mid-season finale as well. If you guys are having a good time, do me a favor and click the like button. Too soon? Too soon? Okay. Well, I wanted something other than pike the like button, so yeah, we'll go with that for a little bit. Appreciate everything you guys are doing. If you guys are going to be over on the other channel, give me a quick 999 if you know how to get there. If you don't, go to the main page of our channel right here. Check out the feature channel, hit 999 Dead, and then you'll get over there. You're going to see exactly why we're doing that later on because we're going to add a lot more content on that channel as well. Extended spoilers, Play Dead Live, extended modules. We're going to be doing some stuff on Friday night to introduce everybody to the game. And then on some Saturday nights, we might have some core groups that want to get a little bit extra adventure and a little bit more level of seriousness in Play Dead Live. Tune in to the Play 999 Dead channel. So thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you guys. And I will see, hopefully, everybody over there in about 19 minutes. See you there. Peace.